Yo me siento tan orgulloso de mí mismo. Siento que acá es bloquear otra vez.
Muy buena tarde para todas las personas que nos acompañan en la sala en Verá. Ya estamos conectando al doctor Miguel de Armas para su presentación. Les agradezco nos den 2 minutos e iniciamos.
Buena tarde, ya tenemos conexión. Miguel de Armas, ¿me confirmas que estás acá?
Sí, buenas tardes a todos. ¿Me oyen bien?
Sí, señor, ¿se escucha bien?
Un minutico a ver si ven mi pantalla. ¿Sí están viendo mi pantalla?
Sí, señor. Solo pon la presentación.
Listo. Entonces, ¿estoy al aire?
Sí, señor.
Bueno, muchas gracias a todos. Casi no me logro conectar. Quiero pedirles excusas por hablar en español, perdón, en inglés en esta ocasión. Queremos que este mensaje llegue a todas las, a las personas de habla inglesa, pero sin embargo queremos dejar un mensaje para todos nuestros colegas geólogos y áreas afines a la geología que están en este congreso, de que no olviden que la agencia está trabajando fuertemente con MinCiencias para tratar de establecer muy pronto el patrocinio de tesis de grado para geólogos e ingenieros de petróleos en las áreas fronteras que la agencia está promoviendo en el país. Entonces los invito a que nos acompañen todos los viernes en las charlas técnicas de la agencia de 8 a 10 de la mañana, donde estaremos ilustrando todos estos temas que son de mucho interés para nuestro gremio geológico. Hoy tengo la oportunidad de hablar, entonces excúsenme que pase a inglés. That is the opportunity today. We appreciate that you are here, all of you. And it's a pleasure for the ANH to give you a briefing of the Colombia Round 2021. And those are the topics that I'm going to cover this afternoon. I'm going to talk about the number of basins that we have in this round. Also, I will talk about some macro areas that we have defined on the different basins. I will give you some examples of those micro areas, some estimated prospective resources there, and we will mention something that we call nominated areas. Those are areas that the industry has incorporated in the process. I will discuss as well what we call undeveloped, already discovered reservoirs. Those are areas that they have had production, and now those areas were given back to the agency, so they are now offered again to the industry, and we are going to mention them. I will mention also what information is available in our website, so you can access that information anytime. What is the schedule of the process, and what has been the program of the workshop that the agency has carried out on their cycle 1, 2, and 3, and I will mention some conclusions. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, we are just talking about 9 basins in this round on the areas offered by the agency. And we are talking about 4 frontier areas. We are talking about the Urabá, Chocó onshore, Chocó offshore, and the Tumaco offshore. The agency is also offering areas in emergent basins, such as the Sinú San Jacinto and Lower Magdalena Valley. And the agency is offering also opportunities in the immature basins, such as the Middle Magdalena Valley, Upper Magdalena Valley, and Llanos Basin. Okay. In green, you see the blocks, the blocks that are being offered at this time. And we have 20 EMPs in green color. And we have 8 TAs, technical evaluation agreements, in red. Okay, just for promotion interest, we have subdivided the areas into macro areas. So we have the macro area of the Urabá, the macro area of the Sinú San Jacinto, composed of 3 areas, 3 blocks. We have the Lower Magdalena macro area, composed of 4 blocks. The Middle Magdalena macro area, 3 blocks. The Upper Magdalena macro area with 4 blocks. And the Llanos, we have subdivided the Llanos into two types of macro areas. The one in yellow, here located in the north part, are the ones related to light oil, and the one to the south in green are the ones related to heavy oil. We have also included as a macro area the Pacific offshore that include areas of Chocó and Tumaco. Okay, I'm going to cover all of them one by one, and I'll give you a flavor of the amount of data, the kind of leads, the number of leads that we have there, and what is the infrastructure of each one. Starting with the Urabá Basin, I mean, here we have 1 block, the agency is offering 1 block under a technical evaluation agreement. There is 1 well there, already drilled, Urabá 1629, 1X, and there are almost 2,000 kilometers of 2D seismic there. Okay, those are the kind of traps that we have here that the agency has identified in that area. We have here the potential gas cloud here at the top, and we have evidence of those gas chimneys coming up from the basement and across the Cenozoic rocks, and that clouds are present here at the top, and that's our evidence on the seismic data. So that is a new gas chimney and sandstone with bright spot clay that we are now introducing in that area. In the Urabá macro area, we have identified 4 leads, as you see it there, and you can access them through the existing seismic data. And that is the infrastructure that we have there. I mean, we have in the Urabá area, we have one station, a hydrocarbon station here at the coast. So, and the advantage that this area that we have here, the Ecopetrol and Shell area here in the Kronos area, means so very close to Kronos area, very shallow water column. So we encourage all the companies and all of you to go and see the data of the Urabá, in the Urabá Basin. The following one is the Sinú San Jacinto macro area, composed of 3 blocks here. We have a total of 6 wells there, already drilled there, and almost 1,500 kilometers of 2D. The kind of trap that we have there, I mean, the Cenozoic rocks have been affected by might piers there, I mean, and we have this kind of trapping there, so you can follow all of them, I mean, along the existing seismic in the area. The agency has identified around 15 leads there on those 3 blocks, so very interesting area in the Sinú San Jacinto. The infrastructure there, I mean, we have oil pipelines and gas pipelines close by. The area is offered under exploration and production agreements. And we move on to the south, to the Chocó onshore. We have there in the Chocó, the agency is offering under the technical evaluation agreements, we have the Chocó area, three areas there, with 4 wells already drilled there and almost 1,000 kilometers of 2D. The kind of traps that we have there, I mean, belong to a transpressional structural traps along this Mina fault belt, a very, how to say, unexplored area. So we encourage companies to go there under TAs, and we have identified around 10 leads there for liquid hydrocarbons in the Chocó area. As you know, the Chocó area, or in this area, the San Juan sub-basin, I mean, the agency has identified a very rich oil source rock, the iron formation. Okay, the infrastructure, well, this is a frontier area, but however, we have gas pipelines in there, as well as the Buenaventura port with a terminal for hydrocarbons already in existence. We move on to the Lower Magdalena Valley, and we have there four blocks here offered by the agency with a very robust seismic data. We have almost 2,500 kilometers of 2D and 540 square kilometers of 3D there. This is a very, very interesting area where we have a big development nowadays. I mean, and we have the Cenozoic rocks truncated against basement paleo highs. And there we have the main kind of traps. And as well as in the San Jacinto Basin, we have here the Cenozoic rocks affected by dike piers, mud dike piers, creating this kind of trap. More than 22 leads have been identified there. I mean, you see all of them in black color here. And you see red, the system field, gas fields in the basin. So there is no doubt that we are in the middle of a already proven hydrocarbon petroleum system. That is the infrastructure. Most of the gas pipeline and oil pipelines are crossing by or across the existing offer blocks. The area, the E&P's contracts are the ones that have been offered here. And we move on to the Middle Magdalena Valley. There we have 3 blocks. The agency is offering 3 blocks with almost 1,000 kilometers of 2D and 39 square kilometers of 3D. Then there is a very interesting area with the shallow substructures, like the one that you see here in this black cycle, or a little bit deeper subclose structures than the one that you see here. So there are maybe traps there that the industry has not identified because maybe they are too shallow, but as you know, very big quantities of gas have found on those kind of traps, such as the case of Guando in the Upper Magdalena, where we have no more than 3,000 feet, or the trap located no deeper than 3,000 feet. Here we have the middle mark. I mean, in green you see the existing fields there, and in black you see the leads identified by the agency. There is no doubt that we are there in an already proven hydrocarbon system. 7 leads have been identified by the agency there, and that is the infrastructure, very robust infrastructure along the Middle Magdalena Valley. So the areas, the blocks there are offered under E&P contracts. We move south to the Upper Magdalena Valley, and we have there a lot of seismic and existing fields, almost 2,500 kilometers of 2D and 240 square kilometers of 3D there. The kind of traps there, I mean, are related to a compressional strike subthrust structure, very shallow structure, as you see, very shallow traps, potential traps there in the Upper Mag. And as well as the previous one, I mean, in the Upper Magdalena, we see in green color all the existing fields, and we've seen black color the leads identified by the agency. Around 12 leads have been identified there, and you see that they are already in train with the existing hydrocarbon system. The infrastructure very good in the Upper Mag. I mean, and you see the oil and gas pipelines crossing close by. The opportunities of the blocks offer this opportunity. We move on to the Llanos Basin. I'm sorry. Llanos Basin. There we have, as I mentioned, 6 blocks in total. Okay, and there you have light oil and heavy oil. More of them related to antithetic faulting and thrust faults, as you already know. This is the situation in the Eastern Llanos Basin. You see that we have the more prolific basin in the country, and we have the 3 blocks in the north part, for light oil, and the 3 blocks in the southern part for the heavy oil area. As you see in green, you see the existing fields, and you see that all of the opportunities are in trend, especially this one located in the southwest of Rubiales. And here along close to the foothills, we see those blocks, I mean, with great opportunities, more than 22 opportunities of leads opportunities have been already identified there. The infrastructure, very good, extremely robust in the area close to the foothills, yeah, and the system pipeline to the Rubiales area. I mean, so we have the infrastructure there, no problems, and all the opportunities are offered under E&P contracts. And the Chocó area belongs to a very compressional style, structural related to transpressional traps. And this is the situation there in the offshore. We have 4 blocks there, and more than 17 opportunities have been located there along the coast. So the opportunity for TA's technical evaluation agreement is there. So we encourage everybody to look at those ones in the earlier opportunity. Here we have the infrastructure. I mean, we have terminals of hydrocarbons in Buenaventura and in Tumaco. So very good opportunity for all of you. Moving on to the oil and gas recoverable prospective resources. We see that all the opportunities in the basins this time are close to 1.1 billion oil, and we are dealing with 1,257 BCFs for gas in the opportunity that we are illustrating this afternoon. There is a very interesting topic, the nominated areas. Beside the 28 opportunities that the agency is offering at this time, the companies are invited to promote or to incorporate areas. And so far, 6 areas have been incorporated by the industry. So in addition to the 28, we have 6 more in this opportunity. Unfortunately, I didn't update this number. It's 34 at this time, the number of opportunities offered in this round. And you see that we have nominated areas in the Lower Mac, in the Sinú San Jacinto, in the Middle Magdalena, and in the Llanos. So we encourage all of you to incorporate areas in open acreage. And there is something new to illustrate today to all of you. The agency has also decided to include in this process the so-called undeveloped already discovered reservoirs or areas with production that have had production, and those areas have given back to the agency historically. So in green color, you see the areas that are already identified in open acreage, and those areas are available at this time. In red are the areas that are included in the 28 opportunity that the agency is offering at this time. So in total, more or less 40 opportunities of this kind and developed already discovered reservoirs are being offered at this time with those kind of prospective resources, okay, or reserves, I mean, in this case, okay. If you are interested on those opportunities, you can approach the agency. We have, for all the information that we have mentioned today, briefly, we have all the geological data rooms, technical files, lines, wells, petrol products, and studies of play-fair-way that are in our files. That is the technical chronogram. The agency, the round was launched on June 7th, And we are now in August 18, and we are 3 months. In 3 months, we will be in the Petroleum Summit. That will be the day of the offers. So we encourage everybody to incorporate or look at the data of the already offered opportunities. Don't forget that the time frame or the deadline for incorporate or areas or be, how do you say, qualify for to be part of this process is September 30. This time at the end of the month, the process will end up, and you will, the opportunity to incorporate areas and to qualify for the round will be closed. But the November 17, during the Petroleum Summit, we will be receiving the offers for this bid round. Well, I cannot finish this talk without mentioning that the agency has done a big effort in order to promote the country. We have had already 17 workshops every Friday, starting on April 19, and we have already covered all the basins, mature, emergent, frontier areas. We have done all of effort to illustrate to the country and to illustrate to everybody outside the country the opportunities and the geology of the country. That has been the list of the topic that we have covered during those days. If you are interested, don't forget that all that information is in the website of the agency, and you can download that information if you want it. I cannot miss the opportunity to thank the universities and the associations, the National University, the Pamplona University, the UPTC, the Universidad de Caldas, the association, the Asociación Colombiana de Geólogos y Geofísicos del Petróleo, the APG, the SEC, ACIPET, and the EAGE that has contributed to this effort in order to promote those areas in the country. This was the first cycle from April 9 to June 4. This was the second cycle, June 18 to August 13. And now we start this Friday, the third cycle that is extremely important for everybody, because as I mentioned before, we are going to cover all the already discovered and developed reservoirs in the country. We have more than 40 opportunities that are going to be illustrated week by week, basin by basin. So we will cover those 40 opportunities. So I encourage all of you to accompany us all those Fridays from 8 to 10. You can find there very interesting opportunities in order to incorporate areas in the country. We will go there until November 12th before the summit, and covering, as I mentioned to you, more than 30 workshops during the year, encouraging all the industry to be part of that. Let me just summarize the conclusion of this talk. Opportunities are being offered in 9 basins in Colombia in this round 2021. The 4 frontier areas, 3 emergent area basins, and 3 mature basins are part of this bid round in 2021. The 28 areas are offered by the agency. 8 of them are offered under technical evaluation agreements, TAs, and 20 under exploration and production agreements, EMPs. Just to give you a highlight of the hydrocarbon opportunities, most of them are related to the following geological scenarios: sandstone with dry spot filled up by gas chimneys in the Urabá Basin, a structure affected by minor piers in the Sinú and San Jacinto Basin and Lower Mac, transpersonal structural straps in the Chocó onshore and Chocó offshore, reservoir rocks truncated against basin paleohighs in the Lower Mac, shallow subtrough structure in the Middle and Upper Magdalena Valley, antithetics and thrust fault structure in the Llanos. Recoverable prospective resources, best estimate 1,125 million barrels and 1,257 BCFs. In addition to the 28 areas offered by the ANH, 6 areas, because we have one yesterday, at the time I prepared the presentation were 5, but now we have 6 areas that are nominated by the industry for a total of 34 areas. The information of it is available for the industry information for more than 40 undeveloped, already discovered reservoirs or areas with production given back to the agency, and that will invite all of you to incorporate those areas into the process. Technical workshops are being given to the industry. A total of 90 will be completed on November 12th. Okay, just to close in 2 minutes my talk, just to summarize that the agency is offering a great portfolio now in this cycle. As you know, we have had historically cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, and now in cycle 4. And the portfolio is quite interesting because you have opportunities in TAs, in frontier areas, you have EMPs in emergent areas, and you have EMPs as well in mature areas. In addition to that, you have the chance to incorporate areas, and in addition to that, you will have the chance to evaluate all those opportunities they already discovered and developed reservoirs that were evaluated by the agency in 2020 and now are offering to the industry for your consideration. Well, thank you very much. Don't hesitate to contact us. The Vicepresident of the PPPAA in Spanish, the permanent process of assigning areas is open. That is the website, the email of that. You can write to us there, and we will answer all the questions for you immediately. We invite you to accompany us all the Fridays until the end of this process, and you will find very interesting things for the country. So thank you very much for the time and for being with the ANH permanently. Thank you, Flower and the Congress group. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Miguel. Such a really interesting presentation, and I'm sure that everyone at the Congress would be happy to hear these kind of pretty interesting opportunities that we have in our country, for these oil and gas investors. So thanks a lot for being with us, Miguel. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much to the ANH for being supportive with our Congress and to share with our participants and assistants this kind of information.
Thank you. Thank you, Flavio.
Bueno, gracias a todos. Con esta charla damos terminada las sesiones programadas para el Salón en Vera. Que tengan un feliz día. Hasta luego.
Muchas gracias a todos, Flover y Miguel, y al monitor Juan Sebastián. Tengan buena noche y sigan conectados.
Gracias a todos por su apoyo. Feliz noche.
Feliz noche, chao.